Hi guys, today is February 27th. We are going to be starting our seeds. Our tomatoes and peppers and our hot weather crops that take longer to germinate and mature, and we're going to have to harden them off and all that kind of stuff. But we're going to go ahead and we are going to fill all of our little containers with dirt, and we are going to time lapse that because nobody wants to sit here for 20 minutes and watch us put dirt into our pots. You want your soil to be moist before you put it in your containers. That way you don't have to water it and it'll displace your seeds. You want it to be, when you squeeze it, it will kind of go together. But when you crumble it, it does break apart.
How much are we filling these ones? About like this or two?
I think I did it to that lip there. So when you fill them, you want them pretty full. I'm not going to fill them all the way to the top. That way they don't fall over or spill over when I make a little hole to put the seed on there. And when you do fill them, you don't want them really packed full. You want to be able to loosen it up very easily. We used the Jiffy Natural Organic Seed Starting Mix. It says that it has peat moss in it, but I couldn't find on the bag where it said what else was in there. It looked like there was a little bit of perlite, but there wasn't very much.
It might be even.
There should be an even number. Oh. Looks like we missed one cup. So I'm gonna get some dirt. My cat thought that they were gonna help us open this one and chewed on it. So we are going to go ahead and start putting our seeds in our pots. These are all little containers that I had gotten from the Dollar Tree. If you watched our last video, you'll see in our Dollar Tree haul that I purchased these from the Dollar Tree. And that is my dog, Padfoot. These are just little 6-cell containers that we are reusing from last year. I kept all of these because I felt like, it was kind of wasteful to just throw them away when we could reuse them. And we are going to start with all of our peppers. I wrote them down on these Post-it notes, just how many we were going to start of each thing. These are the tomatoes, and those are the peppers that we're going to start. My handwriting's terrible, so you probably can't read it, but I can read it. That's what's important. So we want 10 jalapeno plants. So we're going to start the jalapeno plants in these 6 cells and put 2 seeds in each one, because last year I had a hard time with my germination for my peppers. So we just want to make sure that we do get plenty and that we have 10 of the jalapenos. And if we have extra, then we have extra. I'm sure we'll find somewhere to put them. And if we don't, then I guess those little seedlings are just gonna be SOL. So you can just go ahead and start those ones. And I have some labels here, and I'm just gonna write on them what they are and put it on there. I've seen a lot of people use just like painter's tape to put on their containers. But I have these little labels, and we're just gonna put that on there instead of using our painter's tape. But I am going to go ahead and start the Sugar Rush Peach. This is one of the ones I am most excited about. And I'm going to be, I want 4 plants of these. So, or how many did we say? Did we say 2? We want 2 plants of this, so I'm going to start 4 seeds. 4 or 5 seeds. That way we make sure we do get 2 plants out of it. And hear our cat meowing. She wants to join the party. Go ahead and actually put 3 seeds in each one of these, and that's what it's going to look like when we put the label on there.
Then the jalapenos.
Okay, and then I'm going to give her the sweet banana pepper. And we want 4 of these, so do 2 or 3 seeds in 2 pots.
Alright.
And I will write you the label. Because my handwriting might be bad, but yours is worse.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. I think your handwriting is worse than mine. B-A-N-A-N-A. You don't think your handwriting is worse than mine?
No, not anymore. Definitely not. Oh, shit.
And then, let's see, yellow bell pepper. So these yellow bell peppers, I am not 100% sure that they are going to germinate because this is some of the seeds that I saved. I've never saved seeds before, so this is going to be the first time trying seeds that I saved. So I'm going to put 2 or 3 seeds in each container. And when they do start to germinate and we let them go for a week or 2, I will keep the strongest 1 or 2 seedlings in each container. And then up next we have the purple bell peppers and these little mini, they're called Confetti bell pepper. I saved seeds from them as well. The plant we had bought from, did we get it from Walmart or the Confetti bell pepper last year? The little mini peppers?
Yes, we got that
Okay,
from
let's see, we got this from Walmart or the local place down the street, but she says we got it from Walmart. So she's gonna go ahead and start those ones. And we want 2 to 3 seeds in those as well. And then put that one back in the Ziploc baggie.
1/4 inch.
I assume so, since that's what the other bell peppers are. Because they're the same size seed as a regular bell pepper to me.
Okay.
But there is the purple bell pepper. And I'm going to do the same thing with these. Oh, and let me show you guys, where's yours that you wrote? This one, the yellow bell pepper.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Cheyenne's handwriting.
Oh.
And then this is my handwriting.
It's about the same.
So you guys tell us in the comments whose is worse, whose is better, or if it's about the same. Because I think mine's better, but she thinks hers is better. But honestly, I don't think either of ours is very good. Can't get this package open. It's really glued on there. I don't want to tear it. My cat Lilith is trying to bust in the room.
And she has.
And here she is. Lilith. So I'll show you guys. It says 1/4 of an inch. So I'm just putting my finger in there.
Labels.
I'd say about 1/4 of the way down my first knuckle. Or half of the way down my first knuckle. Is that about what you're doing?
I'm doing my pinky.
Maybe, yeah, about half. half of my first nickel. I don't want to tip it and it spill, but if you can see the little holes, I'm not sure you can see it. It might not be close enough. Here's my cat, Lilith. She's very nosy. You can do our last one, our bell pepper. My fiance is creeping on us. This is our bell pepper. This is the green one. If you leave them on the plant, they will mature to red. And we're going to do 15 of those. So that's what it's going to look like before we cover them back up. If you can see those little seeds in there. There's a gnat in here already. Alright. And that wraps it up for our peppers. I'm gonna put those seeds, actually I'll take all the seeds and put them away real quick. I'm gonna hand me that. Alright, I'm just gonna take all of these off of the table, that way we don't spill anything, and I'm just gonna put them over here on our shelf. Alright, we got all of our peppers done, and I am going to toss that over there. These blank labels that we're done with over there. And we are going to move on to our tomatoes. A little bit of dirt.
A little bit.
Just a little. Alright, we're going to move on to our tomatoes. Hopefully this is enough. We might have to fill some more pots.
We'll have to fill some more pots.
Pretty sure.
Because we have 20 Romas themselves, so.
Yeah, we are planning on doing a lot of Roma tomatoes. That's actually the first one we're going to do. We are going to do 2 different companies, because last year when I did M.I. Gardner's Roma tomatoes, none of them germinated, and I ended up having to buy some Roma tomatoes. I bought from Walmart, and I bought from a local place just down the street from us. It is called Local Color. I really like the lady that works there and her husband. They're very helpful. They're the ones that actually recommended the black crim to us, because I asked them if they had any Cherokee purple. She's like, no, but I have black crim and they are pretty similar. So we tried that one. We will be doing that one here in a few minutes. But we're also going to be doing the Roma tomato from Dollar Tree. It's Roma VF. So we're going to start some of each, and we'll see how they do, which one germinates better and which one produces better through the season, and we will talk about that in our upcoming videos. So we'll do 10 of the Dollar Tree Romas and 10 of the M.I. Gardner Romas.
How many do we want to put in each pack?
3. That way, like I said, we can pull. This should be okay for 2 for the 10 weeks that we're gonna have them in there. So can I count? 3, 6,
9,
9,
12.
Okay. So we're gonna put 12 seeds, and we will thin them out to 10. Or maybe we'll just keep them all. We'll see. We can always find extra space. Well, try to find extra space. We shoved way more in our garden than we should have last year. Way more. I'm gonna put DT as Dollar Tree Roma.
Okay.
So if we can't remember what DT means, it's in our video. Also, just a little note, we're trying to keep it pretty real. We're trying not to be too fake. Neither of us are extremely comfortable on camera. I am pretty quiet and shy, but Cheyenne is a lot quieter and a lot more shy than I am, so that's why I'm doing a lot more of the talking. And you'll notice if we don't cut it out when we get up, we do have our pajama pants on. Be comfortable to do work. I am not going to sit here in jeans and be uncomfortable. So we don't match, or she does. I don't match at all. Did you want to say something about your shaking while we're sitting here doing this?
Yeah. If you see me shaking and it looks weird,
Or like she's like really nervous or something.
I've just always had it. I got tested when I was younger.
For like Parkinson's and some other things they tested her for. But we noticed her shaking when she, honestly, as young as 2 is when we started noticing it. You're what, 6 years younger than me?
Yes.
Yeah, she's 6 years younger than I am. I will be 28 in a couple days. And she just turned 22. Yep, she just turned 22. Nothing came about of her shaking when they did the testing. They said everything came back normal. They're not sure why it is. Just some kind of nerve thing, I guess. Like her actual nerves, not that she's nervous. But it could be.
Oh.
It does get worse when she is nervous.
Yeah. Some of them I dropped 2 on
That's
accident,
okay.
But
I mean, it's whatever. These seeds are tiny. Well, they're not as small as some seeds, but they're still small. And do these ones say 1/4 inch too?
probably.
Mine doesn't say.
Really?
1/8 of an inch deep.
So you just want to brush the dirt on it?
Yeah. Maybe that's why I had a germination issue last year. Because I did do a 1/4 inch. Or I think I did. Pretty sure. Look at this big chunk. Where's that container that we threw the
Over
chunk in?
here. I don't know which we've done, so I'm just gonna goes back where I got them.
Okay. And we do have really bad potty mouths. We are trying to watch how much we curse on our videos because we're trying to be more family oriented, and I know a lot of people don't like cursing around their kids. So we'll try our best, but sometimes something's probably gonna slip up. Okay. And that is our Roma tomatoes. Alright, next on the list is the black creme. And we want to have 5 of these plants, so we are going to start. I wrote 7. But
Because I was filling in the Terra and white.
right. But that'll be 6. If you do 3 in there. We'll do 1 more. Just to be safe.
And this bag.
I know, a lot of MI Gardener's tomatoes, it is only a 25 count. But really, if we're only starting 10, you know, that'll last us for 2 years. But as to not get confused, because we have a white cherry and a white slicer, I'm going to write white slicer in white cherry instead of just writing white on it. I had to think about how to spell slicer, if I'm being honest. Keep it real. Okay, so 2 or 3 seeds of this. 2 or 3 seeds of this. Yeah, we're gonna have to pot up some more. But that's okay. Wow, these ones are so tiny. This was my mom's favorite one last year, and we only had one plant that had survived, and we only got a handful, less than 10 tomatoes off the plant. But my mom really liked this tomato, so we're trying to make sure that we at least get, what did we say? We're going to start 4 so that we at least get 2 or 3 plants. Then we have the white cherry and red cherry. So last year we did 4 of the red and 4 of the white, yellow, whichever one call it. They say they're white, but they're kind of between white and yellow. So last year we did 4 of each, and that was way too many. So we only want 2 of each of these plants. So we're only going to start 3 seeds of each of these. Then we have 5 red, just the 5 red slicers. So that is actually perfect. Do a 1/4 inch like the other ones. Alright, so we do still have a few more things. Our onions, our eggplants, our chamomile, and our ground cherries, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts. We are going to take a little break here, let my phone get charged back up because it was getting pretty low, and fill up some more pots while we take a little break, and probably go make us something to eat, and we will be back.
I am not sure
And these
what
are...
seed this is.
Oh, don't put it in there then.
But I think there was only...
Are we out of those? Well, looks like we might be not getting as many as the regular red slicers. Oh, so we're only getting 3 of those?
No, they're both in.
Okay. Well, hopefully those all germinate. If not, like I said, there is that local place, a local color down the street, and if we don't get enough of those, we'll just go buy some from them. Okay, we'll be back to finish up. We got our little 6 cells, and these are 10 cells. We got them filled up with dirt, and we are ready to get back at it. So this first one, we are going to do some cabbage. We tried to grow some last year, and it did not work out. In our next 6 cell, we are going to do some Brussels sprouts. I started these in the spring. They did not germinate. Started some in the fall, and they started to grow, and they got not even a foot tall, and then we got too cold, and we got a bunch of snow. And then in the next 6 cell here, we're gonna start some bunching onions, walking onions. I've heard them be called both. This one says it is a bunching onion. And then we're gonna do the Aunt Molly's ground cherry in this next one. And this is a 10 cell, we're going to fill the whole tray. And then this one, this 10 cell, we're gonna do chamomile and a couple eggplants. Okay, and you can go ahead and do that one, and I will do the chamomile. Unless you want to do the chamomile. Here, you can do the chamomile.
Okay. Seed depth to the surface, so.
Yeah, so just like sprinkle them on, and then go like this,
Just
you
tap
know.
it.
Yeah. These don't say. Oh, yeah. Well, there's a bunch of seeds in there. Honestly, not surprised. Just hold it over that. Oops.
Wow, these seeds are tiny.
That would be why they say surface cell. These are also super tiny, but they don't say how deep to plant them. So, not that I saw. So, just gonna give them a little tap in there. Okay, and cabbage is done. Do the Brussels sprouts. This one's say a 1/4 inch to 1 inch deep. Or I'm sorry, 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch deep. Brussels sprouts are done. And I'll do the onions. Line down the middle here of each cell. And sprinkle a bunch in. Oh, there's a twig. I didn't just throw that on the floor. There is a there is a container over there that we've been throwing stems and pieces of wood in there.
I can't write this small.
It was pretty hard. That's why I like wrote them across it.
It's off my finger. Alright, chamomile and eggplant is done.
There's not a lot of seeds up here.
And then ground cherries.
Ground cherries, yeah.
How many in each too?
Yeah. And that is the bunching onions. Last but not least, we are going to plant our onion seeds. I have this long container that I am going to be putting the onions in. I thought that this would be just fine instead of trying to put them in some of these little 6L. So the way that I'm going to do these, I am going to put these in here pretty heavy. From what I've seen, onions will be alright when you start them in here, pretty heavily seeded. So that is what we are going to do. And these ones are the yellow sweet Spanish Utah. So I am going to take this marker, and let me read how deep this is, 1/4 inch. So
Ground cherries are done.
I'm going to take this marker and make a line here. That's too deep. Actually, I'm just going to take it and press it in there. What am I doing? And I'm going to do 3 3 little rows. Okay, so this side I have a little, I broke the paint stick in half for our divider and just shove it right in there that we know which side is what.
Are we putting a sticker on the side to tell which is which?
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna sprinkle them in there pretty heavy.
They look like tiny, tiny mini chocolate chips.
Do they?
Alright, so
I've seen them in videos, but I haven't seen them like in person. Oh yeah, they look like tiny chocolate chips. You're right. Man, this is not going to be enough to fill this side. Weird. Well, this one says only 145 or 140 milligrams, versus that one is 500. I can get these last couple seeds out. They're stuck in there. Well, I guess we're only going to have one little row here of the Walla Walla. Maybe I'll put some more of those walking onions in here.
yeah, because this is only enough for 2 rows too.
Okay. This is a little disappointing. I could have used that 6 cell for something else. But oh well. This is probably gonna be enough for 1 row. So I guess I'm just gonna do this 1 row over here. That is that. That's the rest of those too. So we need one that says walking onion on this side. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pinch the dirt closed around it, around this row.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and that is it. We are finished up.
Where are we?
They're, well, I already stuck it on here.
Oh, what's there deal?
They're on the front.
Okay.
But this is all we have for today. We will be starting some more stuff in a couple weeks, and we will get that recorded as well and get that out to you guys when we do that. So that's it, and we will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.